We're chilling! We're chilling with Rick. He's gonna get to the story quick. Yeah, we're chilling. Yes, we're chilling with Rick. Chilling with Rick, everybody. Yeah.
All right, let's get to the sponsors. Upscale Exotics, reptile-only specialty store that carries exotic reptiles looking for homes. They have snakes, lizards, geckos, turtles, chameleons, tarantulas, and more. It's the store of the creepy critters. With all the supplies, enclosures, and food, it's your one-stop shop, and they have knowledgeable staff located at 145 West Seneca Street in Sherrill, 315-367-5002. Games People Play, formerly Mind Games. It's a game store with so much more. They've been in business for 28 years. They have Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, or Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, and also sports cards. They also have retro video games and board games. Weekly events held in-store and a knowledgeable staff located at 114 Madison Street in Oneida, 315-363-2448. Whitestown Automotive, quality repairs at a good price just up the Thruway Bridge in Westmoreland. Boogie Dad's Music, working on producing and distributing music on all platforms and great royalty kickbacks for all performers. Oneida Carpets. Oneida Carpets, family owned and operated by Scott and Lynn White. They're both installers. They install carpet, laminate, vinyl, luxury vinyl, plank flooring, and ceramic tile. All of your flooring needs in one store. They're located at 174 Madison Street in Oneida, 315-361-9800. Big Girl Stump Removal. Do you have a stump that needs to be removed? I'm talking about a tree stump. Then call up Big Earl. He's a great guy with very fair prices, and he'll grind the stump right down to the roots. Give him a call at 315-363-5217. Papa Top. That place out there is just like Florida. It's a tropical paradise out there on that big old deck. They have obviously the outdoor deck, Adirondack chairs, picnic tables, bar stools. Grab some friends and go listen to some live music at Papa Top. Frog's Bar. Outdoor bar, picnic tables, Adirondack chairs, 2 fire pits for when fall comes. The owner, Mary, is phenomenal. She's a friend of mine. She wears the chillin' zip up proudly. And there's live music there all summer. Oneida Calet Civic Center. Upcoming events include NU Wrestling on May 27th. I'll be at that. Absolute Adele, an Adele tribute show, coming October 22nd at 3 p.m. Get your tickets for that, oneidacalet.com. Also coming on Saturday, February 24th, 2024, is Appetite for Voltage, a Guns N' Roses AC/DC tribute band. Get your tickets at oneidacalet.com. All right, on to my next guest. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chillin' with Rick. Today I have with me a local legend. He's not even a musician either, but if you want to know where he is, he's going to be, and any band in Central New York is going to be, he's the guy to go to. Ladies and gentlemen, James Eldred, a.k.a. my Uncle Jimmy. How are you, brother?
Good, Rick. Glad to be here.
It's an honor to have you here, man.
It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Nice little stage you got here.
Thanks. What do you think?
Yeah, nice. Nice.
So, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
You're a regular on that.
I'm a regular.
Yeah? What's that like? Them two guys are great, by the way. Shout out to Big Papa and Jeff.
I've known Papa and Jeff for, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years now. My nephew was with him in a band called Side Effect. He was a drummer.
Yeah.
And I met them, and he been like that ever since. Been pretty close friends.
Yeah. They're good to me, and I'm good to them.
Oh,
we
yeah.
shout each other out.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm glad to see they finally invested in a camera. I texted Mike, and I said, you know, I gave him a lot of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
He sent me this.
He can dish it out, and he can dish it in both ways, you know?
Yeah. It's all in fun.
Yeah.
All in fun. I respect them, what they do. Obviously, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Z does the same thing.
Oh yeah.
So you got us four out here doing it. Maybe we might need a couple more to start up a podcast. We're getting tired. I just got my ass up out of bed.
Yeah, you work overnights, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And I have a cat that likes to frickin' suckle, and
Oh.
she's just a baby, and it's keeping me awake. I was like, Uncle Jimmy's coming. This is a big one. Let Daddy sleep.
Yeah.
So, let's start from you from the beginning. Like, where are you from? Born and raised and all that.
Born and raised in Liverpool, New York.
Okay.
And I went to Liverpool High School. I graduated, and I was in the flooring business since 1969. I started.
Really?
Yep. And
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
I did installations for a while.
Yeah.
And then warehouse work, and then I started managing Onondaga Flooring, where I worked for 40 years till I retired.
Yeah.
Basically, I retired in 2014, 15, and then after a bad accident, the owner of the store got killed in an accident.
Yeah.
He was cutting a tree down, and his kids took over, which are great kids.
Yep.
No problems at all. Just wasn't the same.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same. You work for a guy, a friend, a mentor, for 40 years, and just wasn't. Lost all interest in it.
Yeah.
So got out of it.
Got out of it.
Out of it.
Now you're free to roam around Central New York.
Do what I want. Yeah. I played guitar and stand-up bass in high school, and then I had an acoustic group from 1969 to 74, 75, and we played around Syracuse area, most little small bars.
Yeah.
And stuff. Had a good time doing that. Two of my other bass player and guitar player, they were ski instructors, Snow Ridge, Sun Mountain. They went out to Colorado and California,
Yeah.
and stayed out there. Went out and stayed. That pretty much ended it. And then,
Jimmy, we're not coming back.
No.
Damn it.
And then met my future wife, and my wife, I should say, and then got married, had 2 kids, and started a new life.
Yeah.
And ended up in 8 years in marching band.
Yeah.
4 and 4.
4 and 4.
4 and 4. Yeah, it's consecutive right there. So that kept me involved in music.
Yeah. I retract my statement. He is a musician. I don't know that about you, man.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of people didn't. A lot of
Yeah.
people didn't. I worked back then, early 70s. I worked a lot of doors, like the door at. Back then it was called the Yellow Balloons, called Lost Horizon now.
Yep.
The Brookside, friends of mine, Harry Mantor, Lou Security, a lot of those guys from the local areas. I did a lot of work because at the door for them guys,
Yeah.
and met a lot of prominent people. Ryan James Dio, I
Okay.
was with him quite a bit. Quite a bit. He's a local legend around the town that you know, and some touring bands came through. Ronnie Montrose, and I met Sammy Hagar before he would join Montrose. That was back in 73, 74. It's just, so I met a lot of different people. So I kept in touch with the music back then, and then I said I retired, and I got back into a little bit of music. My nephew was in a couple bands. Billy Bombshell, he was in with him.
Great guy.
Yeah, and he had with a band, Monster Dog. It was an original group. They wrote their own music, and they did that. That broke up. Jason went on a hiatus, stopped drumming for a while.
Yep.
Then he joined Side Effect with Mike and Jeff.
Okay.
And that's how I kind of got really back into the music scene again.
There you go.
And then Daryl came along, and then Billy Johnson, Bill Alley, a lot of those guys came on. Jimmy Falco, Dave. It's just a lot
All the
of
ones
guys.
you mentioned are doing my show.
Yeah, they're going to do the show. Obviously, Joel Terry, because he was good friends.
Yeah.
So
He's coming June 6th. And
yeah,
I got to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You got me Sidney Irving, Bill Ali, Joe Altier, and somebody else. So thank you for
Yeah,
that.
you're welcome.
Because I couldn't get them.
Yeah,
I get a hold of you. I go, Jimmy, I need this one. You're like, give me 5 minutes. And you come and you message me right back.
yeah,
They're coming.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
yeah.
I don't know how you do it, man.
Yeah. And then getting involved in the music scene, it seemed like there was a lack of how to find bands and how to find people.
Yeah.
There's some listers and stuff like that was out there. A few of them would have, okay, we got these shows here this week, but it wasn't really something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I started putting together screenshots
Yep.
from the different bands and different venues and stuff for my own people on my own personal page.
Yeah.
And a couple people said, you gotta get this out there a little bit more for people. So I said, I'll do it my own way. And
It's a lot of
do
work.
it. A lot of work.
Yeah.
So I just continue on doing it. Do it for my friends. And then Berta Security, Lou Security's wife, I've known him for since high school.
Yep.
Said, you really ought to do this because you really do a good job, and a lot of the guys are really appreciating what you do. So I thought, okay, I'll take a look and see what I can put together.
Yeah.
And then one day went to a Side Effect show at Monterey's in Pennville.
Yep.
And walk in the door, and we're saying, and my nephew Jason says, Uncle Jimmy's here, and then Mike says, Uncle Jimmy's here, and then Jeff says, Uncle Jimmy, who the hell's Uncle Jimmy? So after that, the entire band family, bands, the relatives, everybody started calling me Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah.
So I said, well, Uncle Jimmy's born, and basically that's how the page came about.
Yeah. Now I have a contract. I told you I was going to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I have a contract.
Yeah.
I want to know if you'll be my real Uncle Jimmy.
In no way. I got enough nieces and nephews.
I got disowned.
Yeah.
Damn it. I thought you loved chilling, Jimmy.
I do love Chillin. Chillin's a good dude.
Yeah, that's right. I try, man.
Yeah.
I'm out here putting forth everything I got.
Yeah.
Dead tired all the time.
Yeah.
The show's got to go on.
Yeah, it does.
I did this to myself. Like, nobody told me to book 62.
Exactly what everybody tells me.
Yeah.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah.
Now you're done. So,
Yep.
and then so I just started growing from there, and then more and more people, and I grew it to my page, and then I noticed there was a lack of a regional things. So
Yeah.
Mohawk Valley Group. I
Yep.
put that together. Oswego. I did the original music group. So I've got 7 groups that I put together, and people are, blues, jazz. So people are starting to use that,
Yeah.
and that gets the word out.
And
then,
you've shared all my stuff on
yeah.
that on your platforms,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that.
I got together with an old friend that has passed away. He was a friend of mine, Ray Darby,
Okay, yeah.
and we started. He was a legend in the area, a big legend. I mean, he'd get out to all the bands. He was, he got hurt in a car crash 25 years ago. I think it was in Paralyzed,
Man.
and he would get around every place, and people loved him. He was
Yeah.
a great guy, and we were starting just to get the. He said, "Well, we ought to put a page together." And he was a great photographer, and he was a lot of places he couldn't go. So I did the video. I was going to do the video
Yep.
up on stage, back around the places that I do, and passed away. So
I remember when that happened.
yeah.
What an outpouring of love from
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah, it was just
Wow.
amazing. Just amazing. He was a great guy. Everybody loved him.
I never met the guy, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we got it that way.
Yep.
Good. He's
Uncle Jimmy just got over being sick. Poor guy had a stomach bug.
the wind dried out my throat.
Yeah, that happens.
You know it.
So, as a kid, well, what did you listen to growing up? Like, who were some of your
Oh God.
go-tos?
Led Zeppelin, The Who was probably my biggest influence.
Yeah,
I traveled to Toronto, New York City, Boston,
yeah,
to see The Who all over the place. The band was a big influence. I went to saw the band down in Watkins Glen. I think it was like '73. It was like 600,000 people were down there.
wow.
Huge event. It was Grateful Dead was down there. Jerry Garcia was still then.
You probably invited 500,000 of them, didn't you?
Yep. Back then I had a Volkswagen camper bus. So I did a
Wow.
lot of traveling.
Wow.
Yep.
You lived the life, man.
I lived the life.
Yeah.
I was gone a year after I graduated high school. I left that out. Me and a couple guys traveled Florida, across Florida into California, up the coast and stuff. Plan was to go to Alaska. Van broke down in Washington, so one stayed in California back then, and then figured out. Guy traded me the Volkswagen bus. Got another vehicle to get back to Syracuse, and
Well, that was cool.
that was it. So did a lot of traveling back then. It
Yeah.
was fun.
You had long hair back then?
I had long hair down the middle of my back.
Me too, once.
Yeah.
We got the
Yep.
same haircut.
Yeah, God thought it was funny, took it off and put it on my back. You
Yep,
know,
yep,
it's
yep.
one of those little funny things.
It's on my ass.
Yeah, all the way down. You know. Yeah,
I'm just giving Mike ammo for when he comes.
yeah.
I think I'm going to be slammed right into the wall when he gets here.
Oh yeah.
I respect them guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Man, you're a fascinating guy, Jimmy. I didn't know any about.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So that's why I had all these prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I keep on. So I just keep on going music, and then October 2019, I basically died. I had a heart attack. I was working at Lowe's at the time, part-time. It was a great job.
Yeah.
I was just unloading trucks. It was fantastic.
Yep.
And I came home from work. I was going to my daughter's house to be with my grandson and take care of the dogs. Started feeling like I was getting the flu.
Oh.
So I get home, change my clothes, get my clothes ready, head over to my daughter's house and park in the driveway, and all of a sudden, nothing. The world starts shifting and changing. I had my dog with me. He pulled me into the house basically, you know, because he wanted to get in there to see the other dogs. Got in the living room and crashed. I couldn't talk. Fortunately enough, was able to text my grandson. He was upstairs. He came downstairs. He was a volunteer fireman for Myers Corners. He was just in training. My son's in Myers Corners, and he goes, something's wrong. Texas 911. Calls my son. They both get there at the same time in the ambulance. Get in the ambulance, and the girl's talking to me, and the last things I heard is my name. So I get into the hospital. She kept me alive to the hospital. Got into the hospital and crashed again. And I met another little angel. Jeff's daughter was there. She was working the crash unit.
Yeah.
I've known Jeff's daughter since, because he's a Side Effect band.
Yeah.
She was working on me. She had no idea it was me.
Oh, okay.
She knew it was me, but she just had no idea. She saw a person dying, and that's all. It was her job to make sure that she kept this person alive.
Yeah.
So she got me alive the second time, and so she was my little guardian angel. So it was just amazing. So I went and had 6 stents put in, and coming out of the surgery, something happened. Another angel came in, with one of the nurses. She noticed that I was in distress. All of a sudden, I crashed again. Brought me back into the surgery. I was bleeding into my lungs.
Oh.
So they got that all under control. So there was a machine called ECMO machines, the advanced life support machines. I was clogging one of them, so they had to put me on 2. And I was on those machines basically dead. I mean, they were keeping me alive for 9 days.
Yeah.
And they told my kids, we don't know what, who, or if are going to be coming out of this alive. You just have no idea.
Yeah.
Every day you're on an ECMO machine is one day that you may not be coming back the same person.
Okay.
So it was just I came out of it in 9 days, and they started asking me questions like, do you know who you are? You know who your daughter is? My daughter was standing next to me. You know who your son is? And so they did that.
Yeah.
And I just kept on growing and growing. And there was a few things in it. I couldn't eat by mouth. I couldn't drink.
Intravenously, all that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had intravenous. I had a tube down my throat,
Oh.
and I said that's the way they fed me.
Yeah.
So talking to the doctors, I said, you can't leave the hospital with that tube in. So I said, okay. So I started doing research, and I had a peg tube put in my stomach so I could leave the hospital and get into rehab. Because you're in the hospital, you're not the only person there. Especially in ICU, you're one of 10 people or 20 people that are in there that they're paying attention to. So that's why I went into a nursing home for a while.
Oh.
And it was a little trying. So the doctor there, he pegged me a Miracle Man, and that's what they called me.
Okay.
And again, I shouldn't be here. By all rights, I should have not made it through.
Yeah.
I did, and I
Well,
fought
I'm glad
my way.
you did.
I fought my way through, and they told me I'd be in the nursing home anywhere from 6 to 9 months, and maybe even longer. I was out in 3, totally.
I'm not surprised.
And I said, I'm not doing this. And I got home. They wouldn't let me go home to my house because I was on the 2nd floor. So my son has a little studio apartment
Yep.
on flat ground. So I could get in the shower and stuff. So I was going back and forth between my daughter's house and my son's house during the day. So to keep an eye on me.
Yeah.
But I'm here. And then
Well, thank God for that, Jimmy.
Yeah. And then I started doing my posts in the
Yeah.
hospital.
Yeah.
So Bill Ellie was one of the first ones comes on. You're back, thank God. And ever since then, and then was able to start getting back, walking totally, driving again. So before that, my daughter and my son-in-law took me to a couple shows. First one was Side Effect.
Yeah.
It was just before Christmas. And then, so Side Effect, they all, happy to see me, obviously. Then I went to see Billy Bombshell, and back then, Billy was playing acoustic, and two of the other guys that wanted to play acoustic couldn't play, so Jimmy Falco was playing with him.
Okay.
Then Bill Ali and Frank Essie was with Frank Mafia were playing together, so I went to see 3 shows.
Yeah.
And then I got out after that for a while, and then COVID hit,
Yeah.
and that was it. That was
Damn
you know,
COVID.
that was the end of basically what I could do. So I posted all the live stream shows that I could find that the musicians were doing
Yeah.
to help them out, and doing that. And that was a tough one. That was a tough one because that was just going.
I say it on my show all the time. Nobody knew how to handle
No,
that, and they still
it wasn't.
don't.
It wasn't. They still
It's a
don't.
guessing game.
And fortunately enough, a lot of bands who just started,
Yeah.
great bands. One man band was just starting, and killed them. Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs. A lot of those grew from Utica. A lot of there was just in playing and tuning up and practicing.
Yeah.
So hopefully one day they'd be back out again.
Now
And-
Logan
Yeah.
from One Man to Band's my cousin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Almost.
Yeah,
We just call each
almost.
other
We
cousins.
we don't talk about that.
Almost.
That was
My aunt married the wrong brother.
yeah. Logan was he was one of my first guys on my page coming back out. He's just been so supportive of me, and I've been supportive of him and his band, and
He's a wonderful
and the whole.
person.
And that's what he actually got me into the whole Utica Nida area
Yeah.
band group. And I said, these guys need it just as much as the Syracuse area.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I'll created that and start finding them.
So I got to tell you a couple stories you're going to appreciate because
Okay.
you hooked me up with these guys.
Yeah.
So I was at Papa Top a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Bill Ali walks in,
Huh?
and I spin
Yeah.
the bar stool around.
Yeah.
I'm drinking water on the rocks.
Yeah.
He looks at me, I look at him, I go, I'm chilling. He goes, wow, you do exist. We just hit it right off.
Yep. Yep.
He's like, here's my card, give me a call. He goes, we'll hook up the interview, we're going to do it.
Yep.
And I had to cancel his interview because my dad had an accident.
Okay.
So I had to take care of my dad.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now Bill's coming again June 11th.
Oh, awesome.
Thank God he was understanding.
Yep.
I was like, I can't let a superstar like that.
No.
Then I just seen Joe Altier.
Yep.
Actually, Yeah, Joe the Altier was at Motif.
Yep.
Him and Bill Ali come walking in together. And I stand up, I go, talk about two legends.
Yeah, two of the nicest guy in the music industry that you ever want to meet.
Bill shook my hand, and at that time, his interview was the next day. He
Yep.
goes, oh, wow, you're here too? I was like, I try to get everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
And I gave Joe a Chillin' shirt that night.
Yep.
He goes, this is a cool effing shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, I'll wear it on one of my videos, which hasn't happened yet, but
Yep.
it will. He's a busy guy.
Oh yeah.
Busy guy.
Insane.
So, but he's coming June 6th,
Yeah.
and I can't wait. And that's going to be a lengthy interview.
Oh yeah. Oh
We
yeah.
got a lot to talk about.
That's going to be an interesting one. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me
I
tell
don't
you.
know if he does interviews.
You know, he does a few here and there.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen any of late.
Me neither.
Mostly promotion videos and interviews for his own shows.
Yep.
And when he goes on the road.
Yeah. Is he still on Twitch?
Huh?
Is he still on Twitch? Do you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor he wasn't. So.
Yeah, he goes back and forth. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So that's the stories I had for you, man, and I appreciate you beyond words for
Yeah.
you helping me out.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, this is my 5th year, but technically, in a way, I'm still starting
Yeah.
out. I'm
Oh, yeah.
relatively new.
Yeah.
You know, I've had close to 200 interviews now, but
It's not easy.
No, it's
you know,
not.
it's not easy what you do. You know, it's being face to face with people. It's kind of difficult
Yeah.
at times.
yeah.
You never know what somebody's is really saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could take that word or that phrase that he's saying the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's difficult. It's
Yeah.
difficult.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
And do it in one take.
Try again.
I had Handsome here last night. You know who I'm talking
Yep.
about.
Yep.
What a riot that
Oh
was.
yeah. Yep.
And by the way, this is the noon church bell. I had him come 6 hours early because the temperature's supposed to drop like a rock. So it's noon now, not
Noon.
6.
Noon. Yeah. Temperatures are really going to drop tonight.
Yeah.
I'm watching these storms go circling through here.
Yeah. So I got you here at the right time. We're
Absolutely.
not freezing.
No. No.
So what's coming up? What's your pick of the week?
Oh,
I hear the
God.
guys ask you all the time. I'm
You
asking
know,
you,
I
now.
really didn't. My pick of the week would have been yesterday's things at the Ridge.
Okay.
It's a Bob Dylan tribute show that they did.
Oh.
It was great. I did not go. I went to open mic night like on Tuesdays,
Yep.
and so it was fun like that. So I didn't actually looked at any really
Okay.
stuff that's coming up this week yet.
Yeah. You got to come out here to the Calet with me once.
I know. Yeah.
There's a lot of shit coming
Yeah,
up.
I don't know if the Calet in Pulaski is the same
I-
thing as it's here, but
Don't know.
they're starting to have shows also.
Oh, okay.
They do a lot of tribute bands, Gold Dust Gypsies, you know, that type. But
There's an Adele tribute coming February
Yep.
24th next year.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guns N' Roses and AC/DC. Come on.
yeah,
Me and you should do that one together.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And the guy said he was going to hook me up with some national acts from there.
yeah,
Bill DiPaolo.
yeah.
So-
I think Sidney Irving's got a show coming up to the Calet. Is this Calet? Up here at the 1st of June. It's a girl that is on The Voice. I think she was on The Voice.
Oh.
And she does, I want to say Linda Ronstadt, but I'm not positive.
I only know Ryan Quinn was on The Voice.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of mine.
Oh, yeah. 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 So, a couple of your people up here, I did Sean Smith, his new song. I
I've
put
never
that up
met
here. Did his new song that he put out. It was a great new song that he just put out.
Yeah.
Isaac French,
Yep.
his new song that he put out, it went crazy.
Yeah.
95X picked it up on their locals only,
Well,
and that's a good song too.
yeah.
So a lot of good music is out of here,
Yeah.
coming out of here in the Utica area, Syracuse area, and it's just
We're lucky to be a part of it.
I tell you,
I'm a lucky son of a bitch to be able to do this,
Yep.
man. I get all you guys right here just to have chats with you.
yeah,
I'm lucky.
yeah,
Well, Jimmy, what do you think?
no, been a great interview.
I think we did
Thank
good,
you.
man. I'm glad I got your story because I didn't know any of that.
I know.
I don't know how often you put it out there, but
I think I put it out there once
yeah.
or twice.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you for saving it for chilling.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Big Papa? I'm not gonna mess with him.
Yeah, they heard the story. They lived the story.
They know.
They lived the story.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, Jeff was a big supporter. Jeff, my nephews, they put shirts, Uncle Jimmy Strong.
Yeah.
When I was in the hospital.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was amazing. Then that phrase caught on.
Yeah.
I saw it on some people's musicians where they worked. They put it on their carts.
Yep.
The electricians, and they put it all over the place. So.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
This is a catchy tune.
It goes on for like 5 minutes.
God's helping me out here.
I saved you, Jimmy. I will not call you
There
Uncle
we go.
Jimmy. You were my son.
Give me some music.
That's
Church
saying that
music.
you're gonna be okay.
I'm gonna be okay. I get another year. Okay, thank you.
Not supposed to be laughing this hard. Well, man, I had a blast with you, man.
Same here.
Yeah,
Same here.
hopefully we
Good
hook up
talking.
and do a show together.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I know you're a busy guy.
that'd be a fun show.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll get you out here and I'll come to you too.
Yep.
What do you think?
Great.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
All right, man.
Okay, bud.
Thank you.
There you go.
Catch Uncle Jimmy wherever he's gonna be.
I'll be around. Camp is foremost right now, so I'll be back.
All right.